your book exists on many levels, but I think the two that are most profound for me, one was the story of the fact that you were not only there that day, and let's show the photo first. Let's show the photo, the famous photo of President Trump, where he is on the stage. Everybody's familiar with that. What people are going to be less familiar with is where you were, so close by. And let's show people that photo. So the first level, there you are, with those American flag boots laying on the ground, so close to the stage. How far, do you know, how long after the shooting was that photo taken?
That was taken seconds. That was taken after the second round of shots were
Yeah.
fired.
Yeah.
So just within seconds after he was shot. And I didn't go down with the first set of gunfire that went off. I didn't go down after the second. I was taken down after those last four shots went out by Michel Picard III. He was the advance man for the campaign, young man, a cancer survivor, and just took me down and shielded me until everything was clear.
Yeah. So again, one level is the story you tell of what happened that day, not just standing so close to the president, but in communication with him throughout the day. We'll talk about that. But the other is the thing that you do better than any reporter I know, which is understand place, particularly your state of Pennsylvania, but place in general. And whenever you write about trade agreements or a political campaign or some economic issue, you always do the right thing, which not every reporter does, which is you root it in a location. And your understanding of Butler, the venue for this historic event, again, where tragedy turned to triumph, is quite something. So tell people about Butler, Pennsylvania. Why did Donald Trump go there that day? Why is that a place of such resonance, not just for Pennsylvania, but for the 21st century of this country?
What I think Donald Trump has gotten correct throughout his campaigning, whether it was 2016, 2020, or 2024, is the understanding of the nuance of place and rootedness. That has an impact in American politics that a lot of people don't understand because it's not evident. You find this out through many levels of conversation, why people live where they do, that pride that they have in it, and how much community plays a part in their voting decision as opposed to partisanship. People aren't, don't always put a red or a blue shirt on as much as we think they do, as much as in as much as they vote for the place that surrounds them. What's best for my community? What's best for my family? And so there are two pivotal moments in the past couple of years that led to President Trump winning re-election. And one of them was East Palestine. That's the tiny little village that's 42 miles from Butler, Pennsylvania, where the train derailed. And the Biden administration, for whatever decision, decided not to either visit it. It even took a couple hundred White House press releases before they even addressed it. Yet he showed up there. I remember being there. It was one of those typical Appalachian gray, sleet, snowy, rainy day. You didn't know what you were standing in, but he walks around and talks to people. And at that moment, it was February of 2023, he was not, Ron DeSantis was beating him in the New Hampshire poll at that moment, right? This was before the primary start. This is February 2023. And I remember writing that day, if he wins, if he pulls ahead within the next couple of weeks, it's because of what happened here. It's because he understood place. He understood rootedness. He understood people's connection to their hometowns. And 2 weeks later, he was ahead in the polls and never looked back. Yeah. And then Butler. Butler is also a place that is very important. And it's not a place that politicians go to. There's only been only one other president that has campaigned there, and that was John F. Kennedy.
So why was Donald Trump in Butler that day? Is it a red area, purple, blue?
It's red, but there's things about Butler that make it a sort of a boilerplate of other places in the state and in the country. So it is a mix of rural industrial. There's a steel mill there. There's a lot of industrial there, but there's also upper middle class wealth there, and it's also diverse. And so it is a perfect boilerplate of showing other towns, showcasing other places in the state that look just like it, right? People can see and feel themselves by looking at Butler, and it's 30 miles outside of the city of Pittsburgh, an hour outside of Erie. I would argue the most important county in the country, not just the state. And it's also on the Ohio state line. So it draws so many different kinds of ability of people to have access to be part of something as they believe as bigger than self and participate in it.